At this point in time, you've probably, depending on the platform, had a bit of hands-on time with Operation Grand Heist, played around with the brand new maps in the way of Lockup and Casino. You may have played around with, again, depending on the platform, Hot Pursuit, and there's a lot of things you may have already done within Grand Heist, like starting to progress your tiers and maybe even get some of those DLC weapons already. What if I told you there's more stuff on the very near horizon, and something that may introduce a brand new feature, brand new content to any of the core game modes that you may end up playing on a regular basis, whether that being MP, Blackout, or Zombies? There's still some stuff on the horizon that we've yet to get all that many details on, but we've enough that we can start to kind of piece together everything that will be happening with this and the content that may be coming along with it. So today, we're going to be talking about the brand new event coming up within Black Ops 4. It's going to be a mini event, so it's not going to be replacing, say, Operation Grand Heist. That's going to go for another 60 plus days or so, or whatever the days are left on that. But today, we're going to be talking about Shamrock and all the contents coming along with that. And also, we're going to be talking a little bit about DLC 2 for Zombies, because I'm sure if you're a Zombies fan, you probably noticed right away that with Operation Grand Heist, there was no Zombies map introduced at the same time, simultaneously with the two new maps like what we saw with DLC 1 with Madagascar, Elevation, and Dead of the Night. So let's break all that down here for you. So this first section might be a slight recap because we talked about this ever so slightly whenever we were detailing some of the leaked weaponry that was found in the game files by Josh Woocool over on Reddit. But Shamrock and all is detailed and listed as a brand new event coming up, and it's even in the official Treyarch roadmap for Black Ops 4 over the course and duration of Operation Grand Heist. So it's something that's not a surprise. It has been there, planned from the very beginning. It's just a matter of filling in those blanks of when it might actually be and the contents that may be coming along with it. So we theorized beforehand that this is probably going to fall in line with the sort of pattern we've seen with the last 2 years of Operation Shamrock and on, though it won't be its own standalone thing here like it was in World War II as well as Modern Warfare Remastered. It will still have a prominent place within Black Ops 4. So when we take a look at how that worked out in the past 2 years of Call of Duty World War II and Modern Warfare Remastered, we see the dates for, firstly, the first introduction of it in Modern Warfare Remastered being on March 14th to April 3rd. But then for Call of Duty World War II, we ended up seeing that Shamrock and Awe in that game started on March 13th and lasted until the 3rd of April again, which starts to set the stage for when we comparably see that within Black Ops 4 for the 3rd year consecutively. So if we take a look at the comparable timing here for this, both of these started on the Tuesday before St. Patrick's Day. So in Modern Warfare Remastered in 2017, we ended up seeing that Friday the 17th was St. Patrick's Day of that year, and then Saturday the 17th for World War II. So it was that second Tuesday, the Tuesday right before St. Patrick's Day is when that event launched. So we can probably pinpoint our timing for when Shamrock and Awe actually starts within Black Ops 4 to be that second week of March, or that second Tuesday of March, and then also being the Tuesday right before St. Patrick's Day. So it's actually a date that we can come by. When we take a look at those same parameters, we end up seeing that the first Tuesday of March is the 5th, making our likely candidate for when Shamrock and Awe could start being Tuesday the 12th on PlayStation 4, and then a week later on the 19th. So unfortunately that falls just after when actual St. Patrick's Day is, but the celebration still could be going on at that point for Xbox One and PC users. And so again, we'll probably end up seeing this last for maybe about 3 weeks or so. Shamrock and Awe both years beforehand wasn't the longest event, but it was enough to give players some time to get some new content, some new maps, and all things considered. So that leads me into the next thing I want to talk about. What actually could be coming here with this? What could be coming with Shamrock and Awe that sets it apart from anything else? Well, firstly, I think we're going to be getting a brand new mini content stream. Very comparable to what we saw with the Halloween event, the Christmas or holiday event, and then most recently, the Barbarians event, and probably with these similar number of items and what is available on offer. Probably still a hefty percentage of what we'll end up seeing, even though it's a shortened stream, will probably be that of stickers and calling cards, but I'd also expect at least of reactive camo and a weapon of some sorts, especially given the Barbarians event actually introduced another way for DLC weapons to be introduced into the game for a more shorter period of time, but I'd expect at least a camo and a weapon and about 20 tiers of items total for probably a 3-week duration or a 3-week window, it seems. Now, when talking about those weapons that may be on offer with this content stream, we do have the Mini 14 sniper rifle as well as the Demo Hammer melee weapon. Now, your guess would be as good as mine, but I definitely think that at least one of these is going to fit the bill of this Shamrock and Awe content stream, and so therefore I'm expecting it to be grindable, very similar to how the Cap 45 was as well. We also have a handful of different very cool Mastercraft and reactive camos on deck. We ended up seeing from that recent leak that we discussed again here on the channel that we have the Mog 12 police variant, we have the Space Shuttle Cordite Mastercraft, and then out of that leak we ended up seeing that we had the Death Reel camo, which is actually in PlayStation 4's shop as of right now, and will be on Xbox One and PC as of this upcoming update on Tuesday. But the content is definitely there, and the stickers and calling cards and other things that will probably be thrown in the mix are going to be mostly just filler items, so they very well may just go under the radar, but the big key ticket items are already in place. Outside of the content stream, I do think we'll be seeing some new things in the way of new playlists. The big one that really stands out to me is the Bare Bones playlist, because we have mentioned on that roadmap for Operation Grand Heist the game modes of Infected, Prop Hunt, Fracture, new modes, but also most prominently Bare Bones, which is a no specialist playlist, and it's something that has been talked about in the community for quite some time. Having gone to Treyarch and previewed Operation Grand Heist, that was something that we actually talked about face to face, that it was something the community was really interested in, and they were doing their best to work it out, but they just had to make sure that it flowed right. And even though as of the last couple of days, there was a developer update in which Tony Flame talked about the MP side and said that that was actually coming, but there was no specific ETA given here for it. There's no ETA on any of the other game modes, but with this one being probably the most talked about, the most prominent of these that have been brought to light, to me it would make sense that it would be a more so celebratory game mode, something that would launch in a larger fashion than even just say Infected, Prop Hunt, Fracture, and these other modes, which are all awesome, but probably don't hold as much weight in the community as a Bare Bones playlist would. But whether Bare Bones or not, we definitely are going to be getting some different game modes associated with this as well. Again, the other ones up for contention are Infected, Prop Hunt, Fracture, and other ones that have yet to be named. But outside of that, we also have the potential look in at a new map. Now, this is very speculative. Of all the things that we've talked about thus far, this is definitely the most speculative. But we haven't seen a free map since Seaside Sunset and Firing Range Night back in early December and Nuketown in mid-November. We haven't seen a free map in any sort of different capacity, whether that be new alterations, completely new maps in general, or a reimagination or a remaster of an old map. Nothing. December introduced us to DLC 1 or Madagascar and Elevation, but then also left January completely dry for maps, free or paid, and we've yet to see another free paid come since again that point in early December. We also have just seen that with Grand Heist introduced, we had Lockup as well as Casino, but that still doesn't really do much on the free end. And with map alterations seen previously, like Daybreak, a daytime version, and St. Patrick's Day themed version of Downpour and Modern Warfare Remastered, and then the alterations to the headquarters last year in COD World War II, it wouldn't be out of the recent ordinary to see a map alteration of some sort added in celebration of the event. So whether that be a map that's already in the game right now, but they just make it a sort of different variation themed for St. Patrick's Day, similar to how Bog had Beach Bog as well as Downpour and Daybreak, very similar to that thing. It doesn't have to be a completely brand new map, but just a reskin thematic alteration could be something we end up seeing as well. And again, that plays into something we've already seen in Black Ops 4, Seaside Sunset and Firing Range Night, just changing a little bit of the dynamic weather and the lighting, and you have that brand new map. So while it's not confirmed, I'm partially expecting a brand new map of some sorts, especially given the notion that we can come back to the statement that Black Ops 4 is supposedly going to be the most supported title to date and that we get the host of free content. We haven't seen a free map in months, and so to me it kind of seems like we're due up for one, especially because we started Black Ops 4 on a really good foot, I think. With 3 free maps in a 3-week window or whatever it was, that wasn't half bad. But now sort of breaking away from things that may necessarily deal specifically with Shamrock and Awe, and talking about things outside of just MP, firstly, we got a little bit more details on Zombies actually today, in which we might actually have an official release date for Ancient Evil, the DLC 2 map for Zombies, and when to exactly expect that. Because in the roadmap for Black Ops 4's Operation Grand Heist, we end up seeing that in the Black Ops past content section, it says a new Zombies experience redacted, which we now know is called Ancient Evil, comes in March. But March is a long month. That's 31 days that could fit the bill on when we could potentially see that new Zombies experience actually unfold. But thanks to the exclusivity thing, there is going to be some disconnect with PlayStation 4 and Xbox One and PC for their release dates. It's going to be a week later. So thanks to Reddit user K4H Noob, he ended up actually finding out that there was a little bit of a different promotional image for that Black Ops 4 roadmap based off the Xbox Club app on Xbox One. From here, we actually see that that map is detailed as coming in April. So with a week discrepancy, we can see that it's going to be coming at the end of March, early April for Xbox One and PC, and a week earlier, which is why we see March listed on the PlayStation 4 front, because that is what is leading the charge here. So we'll see that kind of crossover happen, that one happens at the end, one happens at the beginning. So if we end up doing the math here on that and taking a look at the calendar, it seems like we'll end up seeing a release date on PlayStation 4 of Tuesday, March 26th, and then Xbox One and PC on April 2nd. Those are the only two dates that fit that bill, and so therefore, we might have that coming along as well just shortly after, and maybe even a part of this sort of run that we have for Shamrock and all. Now, if I were to guess and place bets here on this, I think that's actually going to require a title update, and therefore we might start to see some other things included in that. Most notably, the new Blackout experience, which is also stated as redacted, to which we actually saw a little bit of a preview of this at the end of the Operation Grand Heist trailer. We see a few short flashes of what looks to be like players dropping in at night into Mob of the Dead or Alcatraz Island off in the ocean somewhere. So this might hint at a brand new POI coming sometime in the middle of Operation Grand Heist, and also a little bit of a nighttime change here to this. So it's not going to be bright and during the day like we normally see it, but instead that entire global lighting may change. To me, that's the only thing that makes sense out of that little sequence of events that happens at the end of that trailer. So we'll see in time if that comes at the same time as the DLC 2 Zombies map that more than likely, again, will require a title update. But for right now, that's all the information we have regarding Shamrock and Awe and the upcoming content at hand within Black Ops 4. So that said, that's where we're going to wrap it up. I'd love to get your thoughts and feedback down there in the comment section down below. What do you guys think here of this? Do you guys like the idea of this? Do you guys look forward to Shamrock and Awe, maybe DLC 2 Zombies, and maybe even that Blackout change? Whatever it is, feel free to let me know your thoughts down there in the comment section down below. And also, love to get your thoughts and feedback on if you agree with everything we discussed here in terms of timing. Do you think these dates are going to be exactly when we see things, or whatever it is, let me know. That said, hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you drop a like down below, and of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure you guys subscribe so you don't miss a single thing regarding all things Black Ops 4, MP, Blackout, Zombies. We got you covered for the best of updates, news, information, tips, tricks, all that good stuff. So if any of that interests you, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a single thing. If you guys also want to follow me over on Twitter and Instagram, those are the best places to get connected with me outside of YouTube. Practically live on both those. So if you guys want to strike up a conversation, ask me a question, whatever that may be, link is down there in the description below. Well, let's end now to what I think, guys. Also, much for watching. My name is Espresso. I'll see you guys later. Take care and peace.